take a moment to comment on your team as they enter Saturday's game at Texas.
Well, I think our players are focused on the challenge that they have. Obviously, playing on the road for the first time, playing a team that's a very, very good team in Texas had a great win the first week. They've got 14 starters back. They got a good quarterback. They got a great running back. They got a really good receiver, playing much better on defense. So this will be a real challenging game for us, and I think our guys understand, what's at stake for them in terms of kind of team they're playing and the kind of effort it'll take on our part in preparation as well as execution to be able to, have success.
First up is John Senior, the Associated Press.
Good morning, Coach. I know y'all aren't close to full strength at wide receiver, but I'm wondering how those guys look to you, the guys that were available, how they looked and how they've developed as a group over the fall camp and first game.
Yeah, well, I thought I thought Kobe Prentice as a young player played really well in a game. I think Isaiah Bond played really well as a game. I don't know if you know about what you mean exactly, whether it's just freshmen or, some of the older players, but Jermaine Burton played well. I was really pleased with the way that group in total, guys returning as well as newcomers, performed in the game.
Next is Anwar Richardson of Orange Bloods.
Good morning, Coach. You kind of alluded to it in your intro. Can you just talk about the big play potential that Texas has with the Bijan Robinson, Xavier Worthy, Jatavian Sanders, just what things you've seen on film offensively that kind of impresses you and points of emphasis as well?
Well, I think the first thing is they have, great balance. They do a really good job of running the ball. A lot of these big plays that they make come off of the run game with really good play action passes that are, vertical down the field type of patterns that are not always easy to cover. They do a good job formation and emotionally, making you adjust on defense and then taking those shots. So, and they've got good players to do it. So that's a combination of those things, I think. But the fact that they have great balance and you just can't play one-dimensional against them, you really got to try to stop the run, stop the running back, and then, they take shots with some really good skill players and really good scheme.
Next is Mason Smith of Bama Central.
Morning, Coach. You said on Saturday that you wanted to improve on some things with the running back room and how the performance is on Saturday. What are some things you've been working on with that?
I don't remember saying anything about the running back room. I thought they played pretty well in the game. So, we had good production. We played lots of players. They all executed well. They continue to do a good job this week. So maybe I'm not thinking right, or maybe I'm got sort of misled somebody, but I thought those guys all played pretty well in the game.
Next, we'll go to Steve Moulton.
Sure, certainly appreciate the time. I was hoping to get your evaluation on what you saw to the offensive line after game one, Coach.
Yeah, well, I think there were times when they did a really, really good job. I think, we can always look to improve in certain areas. One of the things that probably we want to improve on a little bit is block and movement up front. I thought the pass protection was pretty good for the most part. Sometimes when you get pressure on the quarterback, it's not necessarily the offensive line. Sometimes somebody else doesn't block the right guy, or we don't do the right thing from a protection standpoint. So, but I think, we'd like to get those guys to continue to improve and work hard and do the things they need to do to make progress. And I think the attitude has been good so far.
And in terms of leadership, how influential is a young man like a Will Anderson, not only on the field but off the field, from a leadership standpoint for your team, Coach?
Well, Will does a great job. He's, sets a great example for everybody. I think he cares about the other players. I think the other players respect him. I think he embraces the role of leadership. You know, we have some other guys that do a good job in that regard too. Bryce does a good job. Henry does a good job. Jordan Battle does a good job. So, you know, those guys have all been really good leaders for us this year.
Thank you, Coach.
That's going to be all for today, Coach. Thank you.